my dad doesn't do puns. My dad doesn't do like dad jokes. He's actually really quiet, even though he's a performer. But he does a lot of like, like he does a lot of yeah. He does a lot of faces and he whistles incessantly.
For what reason?
I don't think he likes dead air. Well, hello, everybody. Wow.
I tried to walk like my dad would. Dad walked. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hi, I'm Grace.
I am Mamrie, and today this might get popped. We are talking about our own pops, your pops. It's Father's Day coming up.
Father's Day's coming up, and we decided to celebrate our dads the only way we know how, which is dressing as obnoxiously close to them as possible.
Yes, lead us through this outfit. Great.
Okay, so my dad.
I love your dad so much, by the way.
My dad is the sweetest man that's ever walked the face of the earth. He used to, I never knew what he did growing up for a job. He worked at an engineering firm, but he would test the soil, like soil samples for where you're gonna build on to see what was like going on, if it was okay to build on it. So he always tucked everything into everything because sometimes there'd be snakes on the soils that he would test. So he's gotta make sure he doesn't get bit by the snakes in South Jersey.
Does that carry over to his leisure wear at home?
All the time. That's all he knows how to do is tuck things into other things. And my stepmom hates it.
Really?
So much. Yeah.
Shout out to Maureen.
Maureen,
my fave.
she loves a good Macy's purchase of a button down so that he wears it, which is...
My dad is always pretty, he likes a button down.
Yeah.
He looks great in blues, looks great in, he has big blue eyes. I don't know where I get my big eyes from. My dad just...
So your dad was an actor growing up.
My dad was on a cop show when I was growing up, so I did know what my dad did, but I didn't know that that wasn't normal.
Oh.
So I was like, everyone's dad gets stopped for autographs at Walmart, right? His name is David, and he likes a flat-brimmed baseball cap when he wears it to keep the sun off the head. A nice crisp button down, and I've never seen my dad leave the house without a huge plastic cup of Arnold Palmer.
Wow.
He leaves the house with a big cup of ice, puts it in, his little cup holder, and then he keeps a pre-made, 3-gallon jug of Arnold Palmer in the back. He'll be like, "Ma'am, hand me the drink."
My dad loves a cold beer. That's what he's into.
My dad only does champagne and tequila.
Oh.
And when he does tequila, I've seen him do a split at a wedding.
You take after your dad in so many ways. It's unbelievable.
We went to a wedding in Napa when I was in high school, and I secretly went up to the DJ and said, "Will you please not play any more George Clinton, because my dad is going too hard."
Oh, meanwhile, my dad, one of his favorite songs, other than anything by the Rolling Stones,
love this.
is 8 Mile by Eminem. He loved that movie so much. He loves
Lose Yourself. The
Lose
song
Yourself. And this is how he dances to it. Mom spaghetti, mom spaghetti, mom spaghetti.
Just that one line.
He doesn't know any other lines in it, but he doesn't move his legs when he dances. It's clapping and pointing at his own feet.
Of course you're not gonna move your legs. That attracts snakes.
Exactly. Always keep it tucked, like a good drag queen. Always keep it tucked.
We have some sweet dads. Do you guys text? Or anything?
My dad does text occasionally, but it's like when I'm a bad daughter and haven't called back in a long time.
So it's like a send up a flyer. I get that a lot.
But my dad is the most cryptic texter. He ends every text with ... No. Like there's nothing else coming, but he just doesn't know how to just leave it.
So it's like, "I love you ...
Love dad ... Then what, dad? What's going on?
No, see, my dad ends everything with 19 exclamation points.
Oh yeah, your dad Facebook messaged me years ago when we lived in Brooklyn.
It was like, "Big fan, Grace. You're doing great things, Grace."
He also messaged about this show on Twitter. Remember that you had to tell your dad to shut up?
My dad is going off on Twitter. I've had to. He uses so many exclamation points. "I love you, Dad." But sometimes it can come off as being aggressive as opposed to being excited.
I didn't know it was your dad till you retweeted him and you're like, "Calm down, Dad."
Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, right." Something, a million exclamation points. I was like, "Pump the brakes, Dad." Everyone can see you on Twitter. They're
involved,
good people.
They're engaged. They're sweets. They're sweethearts at the end of the day. And so we thought, because they've given us so much knowledge growing up.
Okay.
Questionable. I've learned everything about fashion from my father. that we thought we would impart some of our wisdom to you guys in some questions that we asked you guys for on Twitter relating to dads.
Yeah, we're gonna give you some fatherly advice and something we're calling Why Puppy?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Let's get into your Twitter questions. This comes from Emma Smullen. What's your favorite sport to watch on TV and yell at the players like they can actually hear you?
Oh, well, our favorite sport to yell at players at is wrestling.
WWE. Yeah, the superstars of that genre are absolutely amazing.
Is your dad into sports? My dad was into baseball for a while, but that was it.
My dad loves sports. His secret dream is to be an ESPN correspondent, but it's not. He's done nothing to get there other than sit this close to the TV at like 3 a.m. when he can't sleep, eating like Raisin Bran out of the box.
Wait, does he just talk the whole time? Does he like practice the commentating?
He's very quiet and he's observant, and like if anything bad happens, he just gets up and walks away, but he watches from a distance.
Oh my gosh. All right, Jamie Cat says, why do dads always fall asleep at the TV, and then when you go to turn it off, do they tell you that they're watching that? My dad sleeps so much. Like, okay, when I come to visit, they got the living room, so I'll be like posted up on the couch with my stepmom, and my dad always is like, I'm comfortable on the floor. No, you're not, Dad. You're in your 60s. But then, sure enough, he's sleeping, and I'm like, Dad, go to bed, get up. He's like, I'm watching TV. We've been listening to him snore for 40 minutes.
My dad is the opposite. He has such trouble sleeping that he's constantly down in the living room in the middle of the night, either eating peanut butter out of the jar, watching ESPN, or Raisin Bran out of the box, watching ESPN.
Yeah.
He just can't sleep, so he sits in front of the TV.
ESPN, if you're watching, please give Grace's father a brand deal.
If you want someone that's quiet and bites his nails a lot, you got a correspondent.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Jess says, what can I get my dad who says he doesn't want anything for Father's Day?
Yeah.
If I get him any more perfume, he'll get offended.
Well, that's
First of all,
offensive.
maybe
you
cologne.
get him cologne. Yeah.
I know my dad for a long time smelled like Dracar Noir. Yeah. And I was like, Goldfine. I was like, ooh, the fancy stuff. And then as I got older, I was like, that's at CVS. Okay.
One thing I got my dad that I think is actually a pretty decent gift as an adult is a Beer of the Month Club, where he gets beers delivered to him, and then I got my stepdad Meat of the Month Club.
Oh, Of a Month Club is that's worth this.
Thank you.
I will say, what I think is a good gift is maybe if you've planned something quality time with him you're not expecting to. Last year for Father's Day, I flew to Texas. Got together with my stepmom and planned it, flew to Texas. He had no idea. I hadn't seen him in like a year. And then I told him that I was having a gift delivered. And
I thought you said you told him you were having a baby. And
No!
you were like, psych, gotcha.
Okay. Take it back. Okay. No, I said I was gonna have a gift delivered, and so when he came home, Ann was like, oh, it's in here, and I popped out, and he cried.
He's an actor.
So then I think maybe, if normally you and your dad don't hang out solo, you're like, Dad, I planned a day for us.
Quality time.
Yes.
That's a gift that keeps on giving and very cost effective unless you have to buy plane tickets.
Yeah, well, that was
How horrified were you watching your child be born? Be honest. I've given birth and it wasn't pretty.
#horror show, #Father's Day, # this might get answered. Whoa, okay, well, what was your birth story? Because I was 10.5 pounds.
Get it?
Yeah, so I'm sure I was the third, so I think I came out the fastest, but I was 10.5 pounds and my mom didn't do drugs for any of them. So I'm sorry, Dad.
Good job.
Yeah.
I was born during a Hurricane Gloria in New Jersey, and I had the
They could have named you Gloria so easily.
The news team came around. My mom told me they came into each room being like, anyone naming their child Gloria? And my mom was like, Grace. And they're like, no. And then they kept going.
She was like, please leave him in labor.
Yeah, and I had the umbilical cord wrapped around my neck, and so the nurse had to like dig her nails into my mom's arm to make her stop pushing so that they could undo it. So I was telling jokes coming out of the womb.
Wow, you've always been a fan of a statement necklace.
Yep, I've been doing it. Fashion first.
All right, let's do one more.
Okay.
One more. When is it okay for your child to date? Ooh. I mean, These days, I don't know. They can access each other online all the time. So I'd rather have them in person in my home. Yeah, I can monitor that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I can. It just turned into bobbleheads.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, have a decent, open relationship with your child, because if you're asking this, truth is they're probably talking to people online.
That's what I'm saying. That's scary.
How do you monitor that? thank God we'll never be dads.
Yeah, thank God we'll never. I think it depends on the child. I was very mature.
Yeah.
So.
Also, talk to them like they're your peer instead of your kid sometimes, especially when it comes to dating. That way they'll be more, I guess, free with their information.
Yeah, exactly. If you treat them like a peer, the truth will appear. Dad of the year! Well, I think we gave some pretty good advice.
And yeah, happy Father's Day to all of the fathers out there, all of the will-be fathers, and all of the grandfathers.
I really just need to talk to your dad about snakes.
Also, I want to drink tequila with your dad.
Deal! Snakes and tequila.
The new Taylor Swift album.
Grace, who do we have a gratitude problem with today?
This comes to us on Instagram from Abby Arts. It says, for my fave show on YouTube with Mametown and Grace Helbig, this might get your show brightens my day. I love it. And it's us just dancing.
Look at us boogieing.
Yeah, and there's Goose, I think, and Beans.
Love it.
Yeah, it says this might get artsy, weird, tasty, smelly, crazy. And you got that right. Look what's happening. If you guys want to be featured in an upcoming gratitude problem segment, make sure that you tag us with any of your variations of art on any social media platform at This Might Get.
And in the meantime, be sure to subscribe to our channel. You're here anyway. Go ahead and hit that button, turn on your notifications, and hang out with us every Monday through Friday as we bring the sillies.
Happy Father's Day.
I probably need to just go apologize to my dad.
I think my dad's gonna be really excited that he got mentioned.